Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another episode of Ask Witch of Boise. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below, tell me anything, if it resonates with you or anything about the reading. I love to read those comments, and make sure you click that notification bell. These are questions that I received on my Instagram page. My Instagram is Witch of Boise, all one word. And just check out those stories because you never know when I'll be asking for some questions and they will end in the pumpkin. So check that out. Make sure that you are following. As well as going to my website. That is witchofboise.com. And that is going to be awesome. There's stuff that's in the works. I'm really excited. If it already hasn't happened, make sure you check that out. You can become a coven absolutely free. You can be a part of the forums and blogs, and hopefully very, very soon, if not already, that you can book a reading with me. Ooh! But in the meantime, if you can't do that, definitely check out my Instagram and look for that Ask Witch of Boise for a chance to win a free reading. So let's get started. Okay, I think I just got one. Perfect, I did. Okay, so this one is an oldie. So if you don't remember, but this might be a question that you've been asking yourself and you've just been guided here. So there's no initials or anything on it. And it says, will things work out between us? Will be ask me out again? I think it's, will he ask me out again? So we only do one question. And this person threw in two, but will things work out between us? Will he ask me out again? All right. Let's see if things will work out between you guys. That's too many cards. Okay. These tarot cards do not want to say anything really about it. Those were three. Okay. All right. So we have Temperance in reverse, and let me move pumpkin out of the way. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords, Karma. This is also Judgment in other decks, and then the Four of Wands. So will things work out between you guys? To me, at least with what these cards are saying, yes and no. So this could be something where they are coming back into your life, but they might not be for you. And I'm going to get some clarifying cards, but just like with there's two major arcanas here, and Temperance being in reverse, your spirit guides and other people or entities on the other side are saying, hell no, run fast. Like with that being in the reverse, they are not approving of this. And it's also an imbalance. Like you might be the one that's really likes being in the relationship and wanting a relationship. And it's really one-sided, so it's really imbalanced. So let's just get some clarifying cards here. Okay, so to clarify that Temperance, we have in reverse Page of Pentacles. And then To clarify our 5 of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess. And then the Queen of Swords in reverse, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. The 8 of Swords, I'm sorry, is being clarified by the 2 of Swords. And then Karma/Judgment being clarified by the Page of Swords in reverse. Oh, I'm not feeling great about this. And then we have the 4 of Wands being clarified by the Magician. So this feels like a very tumultuous relationship. I think that this is going to be something where it's an on-off thing. And I think when it's good, it's really good, especially with this 4 of Wands being clarified by the Magician. Like, it sometimes seems like magic, and that's why you keep wanting to go back once things are over. But this is not a good relationship. You have a complete imbalance. And again, like, your spirit guides are guiding you in this reading to tell you that this is not good. And I think that you're kind of slow to that message, and maybe you're not, because you don't want to hear that message, you're not opening yourself up to receiving that message. So it's a little bit slow getting to you. But they are not happy with this. They don't like it. This relationship is really, again, I'm feeling very one-sided. I feel like this person is really not helping you out. Like, and I say that in a sense where like, relationships aren't like transactional by any means. That's really messed up if it was. But the balance is really off, and it feels like this person is like just like a scrub. Like, they don't do anything, they don't work, and you're the one that's providing things or buying things or anything, any sort of efforts coming from you and not from this person. And you know that. There's this, the High Priestess tells you that it, like, this love is very barren. But I'm also getting, because the 5 of Pentacles is also a card of pregnancy as well. So this could be something where can possibly become a, like, baby daddy situation. So if it isn't already, I wouldn't, like, you need to use birth control, because that's not, just from this energy, this is not good at all. And you know it, your higher being knows it, your spirit guides know it, and it's just you're leading onto this magical energy that this person gives you. And for me, it feels like you're trying to substitute happiness that should be found within yourself into this relationship. So it's just does not look very good. And there's some boundaries, especially with this 7 of Swords in reverse. There's boundaries that are being crossed right now, and it's just not good. And this is like you're not being clear on things of maybe you're dating someone and then this person walks into your life and then you're like, I'm not dating anyone. So you're giving these mixed signals because you want this relationship so badly, and you're hurting people on the way with that. So it's just a really toxic energy, and I'm just not liking this energy that's coming up with it. That 8 of Swords being clarified by the 2 of Swords is like a trappedness, and it's also a blindfold. Both of these ladies are blindfolded in this. So you're not seeing things and you're choosing not to. So in both of them, you can take that bandage, that bandana, that blindfold, you can take that off. You can, and it seems to me like you're choosing not to because you don't want to. And you don't want to see this person's true color because you've painted them in this light, and they might have even manipulated you to paint them in this big grand light so they can drag you along. Trust me, I've been in relationships like that, and it's not great. So it's time to take the blindfold off and really see how this person is treating you, and really dissect it in what has happened in the past. And this person is just not right for you. We have karma, which is judgment, being clarified by Page of Swords. This is telling me that someone blocked you on social media. So, and that could be you as well, blocking them. But I feel like it's them blocking you. And so then what will happen is when they feel like it, when they want you to come back in their life, they'll unblock you and then start talking to you. And that's just the kind of like toxicity that's going on here. And I'm just not here for it. But let's get some oracle cards to see, because they might direct me in a different way. But the energy that's coming off of this is not great. Okay, so will things work out between us? Will he ask me out again? Then we have Anuga. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So this is something where it's drop this relationship, drop this kind of question. And it's things are going to happen in a lot differently. And you're not going to have to deal with this energy that's going on. It's just not great. Because even with the question, just that, will things work out between us? No. Will he ask me out again? He might. He probably totally will. It's whether you will accept him. That's how it feels so far. Oh my gosh. Exactly. This is exactly it. And I say that, will he ask me out again? Yes, he will. There's going to be success here. I don't feel like this is how things are going to work out between you with the orpiment. I think that that's not it. I think the success of him asking you out is, totally. He totally is, because he knows that you're going to let him in. And then this is like a huge ding, 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 ding. This is where this magic's coming from. And it's Kawaii. If I can't pronounce that right, but it's sexuality. So this is a very physical relationship. And I've had relationships where the actual emotional side of things and like this guy was just an a-hole. Like he was just a terrible person. But in a physical sense, it was awesome. So it's one of those things where it's just like that's just not the only thing to base things on. And that's where this magic's coming from. This intense like need to be with this person. It's the relationship part of it, the physical aspect of it is great. But you can't do a full relationship just solely on that. Okay. These are going everywhere. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have 4, Venus, love. So there's some love here. This isn't saying that this person doesn't love you or care about you, but I think it's just a big emotionally unavailable aspect, and you don't deserve that. So I mean, there's definitely love there, but there's just a huge disconnect, and it's just not great. We have 18, Virgo, I analyze, and this can be this person's zodiac, whether it's sun, moon, or Venus. This can also be your sun, moon, or Venus. But I also think that this is also a message that you need to really analyze this relationship and realize that this is a really crappy relationship, and it's not something to be asking a tarot reader about. I think it's just a really good rule of thumb. If you have to ask about a person through tarot in this kind of sense, it's not a good relationship. Like, that's kind of rule of thumb. 43, lunar eclipse, change. So in order for this to actually work out between you, you both need to change. And you know what's going to happen when you guys do change? You're not even going to be compatible. So change is needed for both sides in order for this to work, but it might, even with that change, it might not even work. So change is definitely needed. And I'm really sorry if you were really wanting like a nice like rainbows and sunshine reading. It's just not happening right now. So I'm really sorry. All right, so waxing crescent 5, nourishment. So this is, I feel, a message that is coming towards you to nourish yourself and nourish your soul, because this relationship is just not it. Let's just read what it has to say though. Choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign that you actually are it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. So this is like focusing on yourself and also seeing the values that you have in relationships. Like, how are you an ex? How did you guys break up? How are you saying that things are going to work out between you? Obviously something happened and you're asking, will you ask me out again? No. Like, not in that sense. He might, because the sex was really good, but you need to really nourish your mind and your soul and your body and realize, like, that's not a person you want to be with. Just so you know. If you have to question it to being like, will I ever hear from them again and blah, 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 they're not a great person because they weren't honest with you. Okay, so we're going to do the magical unicorn. Okay, so we got 2 of them. One of them is my least favorite card, and this is just going right well with the rest of this reading. And it says, you'll know in the morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea of what to do. Relax until then. So it's really sleeping on it, because you might be listening to this message and being like, okay, like, I don't think so. And I think that this Witch of Boise chick has no idea, like, about my relationship and blah, blah, blah. Sleep on it. Really do. And, like, actually contemplate and, like, listen to, like, your spirit guides. Listen to how you feel about things and really kind of think about the relationship and, like, what happened. And is it going to be worth it? I honestly think that all signs are going to say, no, it's not going to be worth it. I say that, and this card's worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. Okay, unicorns. So worth waiting for. This relationship, I'm just telling you, is not worth waiting for. But I think what's worth waiting for is for the proper person that is going to come into your life, and you don't have to question. You don't have to question anything. You don't have to question what the relationship's going to be. You're not going to have to question, will he contact me again? And are things going to work out? You know, you're not going to have to question that. So that relationship, which is not this one, is worth waiting for. That is so funny. I think the magical unicorns are telling me to chill out. You're being mean. It's not worth it. Okay, cool. We have ceremony, invocation, river, movement, and then dragonfly, emergence. So with emergence, I'm really feeling like this is them coming back into your life. And like, let's kind of go back a little bit, because with the tarot cards, immediately just with the energy, it's just like, ugh. And I'm sorry, that's just where it is, at least energy wise. But if this person does come back into your life, which I would say about like 80% yes, that they'll try to. When they do emerge, it's time to really see if they have changed, if they've changed for the better. Because I do feel like people do, not a lot, but some people really do think that they need to change aspects of themselves, and they realize what wrongs they have done and they're trying to correct it. And I don't think that we should fault someone for that, especially if they're wanting a second chance and they are expressing that they have made changes or are trying to make changes. So I think keeping that in mind as well, if they're coming back into your life, if they've hurt you or like they're ghosting you or whatever, if they come back and say, hey, I'm really sorry, and just to kind of explain what happened, that to me tells me that they're actually being real with the situation, and you can actually build a relationship on that because there's truth there. And so with movement, that could be a movement in the right direction in that kind of sense. But I'm also feeling like this is movement for you. So this is trying to move away and move on from this, because I think, at least with me trying to say that if they come back and they say that they changed, I think that's giving you false hope. I'm just trying to be real, but you just need to move past this relationship. This is not something that you need to dwell on too much. And I think it's just like with ceremony, it's especially if you haven't heard from them and you're wanting closure and you're wanting to hear from them, it's time to just close that chapter and accept that they weren't the right person for you, and just move forward with it, just knowing that. Okay, so I'm not going to do that deck. I'm not going to do past lives. Well, I guess I could. Let's do the Viking one first, though. Those two kind of slid out. All right, so we have Laguz, and then we have Dagas. Dagas! Okay. All right, this one says, don't push forward. Don't force the issue. There's a time and place for everything. Allow things to come to you now. Be refreshed by a slower pace. Allow yourself to dream and use your imagination more fully. So it's don't force the issue. So if you haven't heard from them, don't be the one that reaches out. When they want to, they will. And again, it's just letting them go and just move forward from it. Then we have 23. All right. Know that you are protected. Only positive energy flows your way. Expressing daily gratitude will create profound change. Have hope. Happiness is within your grasp, and the time for sorrow is over. Grief is necessary but will diminish. Seek balance in all things. And this is going back to that temperance, because temperance being in reverse was an imbalance. So it's showing gratitude of what happened, and the next relationship that you're going to be in, you wouldn't be able to be in that relationship if you're still hung up on this guy. So it's just expressing your gratitude, express your gratitude that you had that relationship, and just move forward with it, because that's the best way of going about it. Okay, we're gonna just do past lives and see if it has anything to do with past life, or if it has like an important symbol that needs to be expressed. Authority figures. Okay, so maybe that this is an issue with authority. So that could be you or this guy. Maybe you're little bossy britches and he didn't like that. So, and you know what? You continue being bossy britches. You don't change yourself for someone, ever. You keep your oneness, and your partner will accept you 100% if they're right. All right. Okay, so these were too many, but that last one flew out, so we'll take that one. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. So for me, midnight, I think that that's when things start over. You know, that's when it starts into your AM, PM, you know, or PM to AM, I should say. And it's starting over. So it's time to start that cycle again. And that's what it kind of feels like with this energy, where it seems like it's a breakup, makeup, and it's just ugh. So it's time to stop that cycle and actually start anew. It's a new day. It's a new opportunity to find actually someone that is worth your time. Okay, then we have Kuan Yin. All right, she had something to say. Okay. Our first one is the dance the unveiling. And that is, there's a situation in your life that is about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sand shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different to how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your intuition. Be patient. Allow the revelation to come to you at the perfect time. And that's exactly it. You're going to realize that this person's garbage. And it's going to reveal to you, and you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. But you know what? You needed to go through it. And that's the thing. With these kind of stuff, this kind of like relationship and whatnot, you need to go through it in order to come out of it. And at least you're not playing the same song and dance. All right, then we have Blossoms of the Sky Dancer. And Kuan Yin dances creative energy and light across the sky, causing blossoms to descend. In the same way, when we tap into our spiritual power of creation, we cause our life and all of life around us to bloom. Creation is a natural spiritual power within you, beloved. Force can shut down the process. It's time to stop striving and allow your manifestation to occur. Trust, let go, and allow your creation to flow. And that's the thing, is it feels like it's really kind of a forced relationship. And I feel like, and I'm sorry, but I feel like this is on your end. I think that this guy is like super emotionally unavailable and is just an ass. And you're trying to force something to happen, and it's just not going to work. So it's time to let this go, move on, and you know, if it's meant to be, it will come back. But again, if they do come back, you want to make sure that they are changed and they tell you that they're changed. Okay, I have 2 more cards and then we're done with this reading. 2 more decks, I should say. Okay, does Isis have anything to say? I don't think she does. Okay. Oh, my face is itchy. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the miracle of Isis. Isis offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. And that's exactly it. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful message of it's time to let this go and be offering the beautiful feeling and energy of healing. And you're going to attract someone that's a lot better. Now, I know you've been waiting for this. This is the romance cards. So let's see what they say about this guy and you. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together. So, this could be a soulmate. This could be, and that, you can have several soulmates, but this could be also a learning soulmate, because soulmates aren't forever, in the sense that they are always a soulmate, but they're not always in your life forever. And that could be also the way that this is so magical and it feels so intense. It could help bring you together. I don't know. But I also think that you could be manifesting your own other soulmate as well once you leave this energy. So let's just go over your question really quick. Will things work out between us? I'm going to say no. Just by this overall energy. It doesn't mean that this relationship was meaningless and wasn't something that was deeper than what how I've been portraying it. But I don't think that it's going to work out unless there's some serious change and it's not just for you, it's for him as well. And then will he ask me out again? He probably will contact you. He probably will not be asking you out on a date. It will be like a hangout. And I would just leave it alone. I would just go and find someone else that treats you like the awesome, beautiful person that you are. And just leave this garbage. Just leave him. Leave him alone, out of your thoughts, and just move forward. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks so much for hanging out. Make sure you do follow me on Instagram, Witch of Boise, and follow me on my website, witchofboise.com. Become a Coven member. It's absolutely free, and I'll be hanging out with you again soon. Bye.